danger level just went up. Now I am as close to being scared as I can be because I'm in it now. The complete center of this tree is hollow. Ah!
I feel like this is Clark Griswold.
It's gonna work. Trust me. I think. Hello everybody and welcome back to Hardworking Man. This is the episode you've all been waiting for. Is Rachel gonna be available on the open market before I get this tree down? I don't think so. I hope not, but there's a chance. It's a big leaning dead basswood, leaning towards my power lines. I took a lot of input from you guys in previous videos on how to get this tree safely on the ground outside of hiring someone else to do it, because that's just not my style. And I think I have it figured out. Let me show you what the plan is. Get this tree down, hopefully, and the woodyard expansion project continues. Now, I've learned a ton from people having a YouTube channel because of the comments. People send me emails, I talk to people, and I love it. So I had a few different ideas on how to get that basswood tree down. And my latest idea was to tie a rope to it, then lift myself up in an IBC tote on the forks of my tractor like a man basket. And a lot of people said that's a terrible idea because there's no place for you to go if everything goes wrong. And come to think of it, they're right. So I'm not gonna do that. Another thing I've learned from watching YouTube and from people talking about stuff, you don't ever want to use a ladder and a chainsaw. So I am, but I'm not. The ladder's to get me up the tree, and I'm going to use some climbing sticks as well so I can tie the rope up there. I will not be cutting from the ladder because that's a recipe for a disaster. So what's the plan? Let me show you. So this is the trouble tree, the basswood. It's dying up top, it's crooked, and it's leaning this way. This is the way it wants to fall hard. My power lines are right there, and there's a big oak right there. I can't have it in the power lines or in the big oak. So from recommendations from people that know a lot more about this stuff than me, I'm not just gonna notch it and try to pull it the way I want it to fall. I'm gonna notch it the way I want it to fall, but I'm gonna pull against the lean and towards the way I want it to fall, sort of at an angle, because I've got to pull some of that weight against the lean so the hinge doesn't snap off sideways. In order to do that, I've got to take down this tree right here, a maple tree, which was coming down anyways, because then I can get my rope at the angle I need and pull this basswood safely to the ground. Now, while editing this video, we noticed some of our audio wasn't great because of how far away Rachel was with the camera. I'd rather have her safe and a little bit of choppy audio here and there than to have Rachel in harm's way, so. All right, so this tree behind me, I've got to fell it so it will not get snagged in the other trees. So it's leaning that way. I'm gonna turn it a little bit to the left and hopefully get it down to the ground cleanly. All right, well, I had the Bob the Builder hard hat on with the GoPro on top of it, just charged it, and it's dead. This is why we don't use a GoPro anymore. I was hoping to get some awesome footage, but Rachel's gonna be in charge of that now. So let me get my face cut in here, back cut it, and this one should be fairly easy, famous last words. Now this will be going through some potentially dead branches up there, so I've got to keep my eye in the sky to make sure they don't come back and get me. Raining branches. Step one is a success. This saw is an absolute monster. It's an Echo CS501P. I had it ported by Joe at Dyno Joe Mods. He actually runs them on a dyno. And this, I would say, is probably the best 50cc saw you can buy if you get it ported. You can get them at sawsuppliers.com. They help sponsor our videos, and you get 10% off, free shipping, and some of the best prices, so why not check them out? There'll be a link in the description. Now there's a few things that are going to help me out getting this tree down safely. One is having no fear. You could say that might be safely, or some people call it dumb. I'm not afraid of much. I'm not afraid of trying. I'm not afraid of failing. If I thought I was going to die, I probably wouldn't do it, but I never really think I'm going to die. I'm sure one day I will, but I don't think it's going to be today. Another thing is being a hunter. This is called a tree saddle. They're actually a huge rage right now in hunting. I have been hunting out of one of these for almost 30 years. And now they're all the rage, and people are like, oh yeah, sure you have been. I have been. I love it. It's awesome, but it's going to help me to be able to safely get up, use my hunting climbing sticks to elevate myself even higher in this tree, to tie the rope that we're going to use to pull this tree where I need it to go. Once I get up in the tree, I'll get this line around it so I can't fall. You can't fall out of these things, and I'll get these sticks set up. So this is about the only thing you should use a ladder for when felling a tree, is to help so I don't have to use as many climbing sticks, but it's not going to be used in the actual felling of the tree. If you guys get some heavy breathing in here, that's just all part of the reality of this show. So now I will get my safety line on before I start not using my hands to secure myself too much. And no, I'm not a professional tree guy, in case you didn't know. Now normally when I'm hunting, I'll prep these sticks before getting up here, and these ones have sort of frozen together. Not frozen together, but the rubber that holds them together has frozen, so they're hard to get apart. But you essentially just take a stick, which they shouldn't come apart that hard, wrap the strap around the tree, slip it over a button, and then set it into the tree and keep climbing. Rachel asked how high I was going to go, and the answer is as high as these 4 sticks will get me. On top of the ladder, of course.
Way higher than I would go.
Rachel doesn't love heights.
I'm about where you're at. That's all the further I would go. If that.
Now my initial plan was to climb this tree all the way to the top and start dropping it from there. But when you get probably, well, how high am I now? Probably about 40 feet up, there's some holes in the tree where branches broke off. And I didn't really want to get that high, not knowing how solid the tree was. And to top it, I would have to get well above that. So that plan got taken out.
Well,
Whoop!
hopefully you can get high enough that you can get your rope to pull it where you need to.
I agree. I think we will. You want to get halfway up the tree or more. What do you think? Am I getting there?
I think you're more.
I'm more?
A little more.
I'm just about equal with the power lines, however tall standard home power lines are.
I mean, how tall does that ladder go?
I want to say 16 feet.
Pretty close.
So now I am going to use this rope, and I am going to tie a bow line.
This is not a how-to video. It's a how Heath is. Being back this far, it looks like you're about halfway.
All right, so after a couple attempts with this thick rope standing on a climbing stick, I was able to get a decent bowline knot, I believe. I'm gonna get some tension on this before I start cutting to make sure it's gonna hold, and because I want tension on the tree before I make any cuts into it. But that part is done, and this will hopefully be the only time I have to climb this tree. I don't get scared, but I am nervous that this is gonna cost me money.
Let's hope not.
I figure it's like buying the tire warranty. I didn't buy it for so long that now, not buying it, I'm so far ahead by saving money on the warranty that if I blow a tire out and have to pay for the warranty to get a new tire, or pay for a new tire instead of having the warranty, I'm still ahead in the game. And I've saved myself so much money over the years doing stuff myself that I've got some equity, I guess you could say. Be honest, let me know in the comments, at the beginning of this video, did you think I was gonna cut this tree from up on the ladder? I have done stuff like that in the past.
All right, you're safely back on the ground.
I'm back on the ground. We're not safely yet. I mean, I am, but we're not out of danger.
I better not be in danger. I'm out of here.
You're not in danger. I would never put you in danger. Trying to figure out what to tie it to that doesn't have a sharp edge because I don't want to damage the rope. One, it's borrowed, and two, I don't want it to break while I'm pulling. But I don't want to also wreck my backhoe. Let's see if I can get some tension on her.
Oh, she's moving.
How tight is that rope? Go see if it sounds like a guitar.
It's pretty tight.
All right. What do you guys think? Are we gonna get it? I'm gonna pull it a little more. This rope is old. I don't know if these ropes go bad. It's been stored inside a house.
I mean, you pulled that tree a lot this way.
It pulled that tree?
The tree moved as you
Did
pulled.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got me nervous. I couldn't see if it was moving.
Huh? It did. I mean.
All right, now one thing I wasn't sure. This is the one thing I'm undecided on. I'm gonna do my notch cut for it to fall that way. And then I didn't know if I should bore cut it back, leave a piece, and go lower, and then cut in, and then pull and try to get that to release, or just leave a thick hinge and then pull. I think I'm gonna just go with a thick hinge. So I'm gonna do a somewhat shallow face cut, but at a decent angle. Leave a thick, healthy hinge with the back cut, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pull it over with the tractor. Fingers crossed, guys. Hit the thumbs up before it's too late. You don't know if this is gonna work or not, so just give us a thumbs up, because either way, it'll be pretty cool, maybe. right, guys. Whew. Now I am as close to being scared as I can be because I'm in it now. The complete center of this tree is hollow.
Uh-oh.
So it's going to be a real small back cut and a pull, and now I'm nervous. It is completely hollow. Danger level just went up. Real small back cut, and we're just going to try to pull it down without the rope snapping. Ah! Rachel is not in harm's way. It's only me.
Well, you can run.
All right, I am going to leave the saw running over here. It's sitting back already. I'm going to go pull.
There's the cuts. Sorry there's not better footage, guys, but I'm not moving.
All right, I did not say anything while I was pulling because I got farther away from Rachel and these mics can cut out and I didn't want to ruin something cool. But let's talk about upping the danger level. I should have plunge cut this to make sure. Oh, whew. That was the most nervous I've ever been taking down a tree. Because before I've done dumber cuts, but I didn't know how dangerous it was. Now I know. So I was nervous. And then as soon as I saw that this tree was hollow, I was real nervous. But that is perfect. I mean, you couldn't ask for it to go better. It's down. The woodyard expansion is fully underway now because that was the one that's been holding everything up. I had to get a few out of the way. I had to do this and that, but that one was the one that needed to come down next because the rest is going to be easy compared to that. Because like this one here, I got a big maple. That could go either way, but it doesn't matter because it's not going to hit anything no matter which way it goes. These ones back here, now they're all going to come this way. Thank everybody for the tips and tricks because you were right. A lot of people were right. If you said something and I didn't do it, I can't do everything everyone says. I take what you guys put in and I do the best with it. But I'm definitely glad that I was not up like my genius plan in my tractor bucket because then we would have been pulling it with a vehicle or something. I'd have had to be communicating. It just would have been bad. So you guys saved me from myself and I appreciate it. Let me know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think that went? I know how it went. It's a 10 because it's down, nothing hurt, nothing damaged. But on an execution level of 1 to 10, let me know in the comments, how did I execute? What did I miss? What did I do terribly wrong? Looking back, what can we all learn from this? Let us know in the comments. So when I said looking up in this tree, it looked like some potential damage, deadness, and this is it. It is completely dead, punky. That's why I didn't want to get above this. And I tried to stay a little below it because I knew it would run down the tree. I did not know it ran all the way to the ground. So in the next video, we're going to cut this thing up and we're just going to see how much wood there is not in this basswood tree. It's not a high quality wood to begin with, and I don't think there's a lot of real wood left in this tree. So if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for all the tips and tricks, and have a great night.